Unlearn Poverty, Healing the Hidden Traumas Behind Your Money Blocks. In case we haven't met yet, I'm Jess X Goh, and I'm the sole founder of Life in Confidence. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on the latest insight into trauma recovery. If you got any nuggets of gold from this video, please give it a like, comment below what you got from it, and share it with your loved ones who need to hear this. So, here's the thing. How do you feel about money? How do you experience money? Do you associate money with something that is a burden? Or do you see that money is a great vehicle to help you get you from A to B? And we have many A to Bs throughout our lifetime where money can help us in so many different ways. And so if we see money from the lens of it's a burden, oh my goodness, I just got a fine. Oh, I got this massive bill that I have to pay. Oh wow, I'm being direct debited this month for this self-development course that I signed up for. Oh, I need to pay back my friend who I owe money to. I have to pay off my credit card debt. Oh, the mortgage is coming next month, and the rent, and so forth. And so if we're focusing in the way we experience money from a place of burden, then we're really not having the best time of our lives with it, right? Just tune into the frequency for a moment. If we're focusing on constantly paying for bills, expenses, and surprised expenses, then we're, of course, going to feel contracted, stagnant, and stuck, limited, and burdened by money, right? But where is this coming from? Where have we learnt this programming? It's been so indoctrinated through humanity, time over and over again, in the matrix and in our ancestral lineage, because our ancestors have been impacted by the matrix in the way we experience money. You see, if you really understood why money was made and how it was created, you would then understand the whole system behind money. This will then give you the insight and download how to see money as a game instead. How can you make this system of the fiat currency work for you to your advantage and not be a slave of the system? That is the turning point for humanity and so many people who have been so indoctrinated by the money matrix programming. When I started to run my business full time since COVID, I woke up to a lot of things that's going on in the world, in our government system, in the pharmaceutical system, in our health system, and what's in our food and water supply, and so forth. Going down that rabbit hole, it has also brought me down the rabbit hole of money. And by educating myself around this, not through mainstream media, which is also matrix brainwashing, but to learn from people who have been financially independent and understand how money works and why it's been created, then you can understand how to have money to work for you. And by unplugging ourselves from the fear frequency in the matrix, such as not owning a TV, stop listening to the radio, stop consuming content from news channels and sources, to dissolve your attachment to what's going on in the world, such as the war, and that there isn't enough resources to go around and so forth. This is how we get ourselves stuck in this money poverty frequency. The more we plug ourselves into the matrix, the more we become a money slave to them in this system. We become so hypnotized by so much programming that we have lost sight of our heart and soul and how we want to experience money from a way that is from a place of alignment and abundance, your own innate divine prosperity from within that God has given you, not the matrix. And so when we unplug ourselves layer by layer, such as minimizing what we consume on our devices and in the media, perhaps it's to disconnect what is programming us in fear, such as selling your TV, selling your radio. Change what you're consuming, perhaps listening to Rich Dad, Poor Dad as a way to upgrade your money consciousness. There are so many things that you can do to start disconnecting and unplugging yourself from the matrix and start consuming yourself with experiences, with information, with food, with water, and so forth, community and kindred spirits that uplift you to raise your consciousness, to bring yourself more into alignment with what your heart and soul truly wants. And so when we start to unplug layers and layers and layers of this money matrix programming that has kept enslaved in poverty for millennia, this is a hard one to break, but it's possible to break. Because when we get out of this programming by disconnecting more and more away from the system, we see the bigger picture. We have a pathway moving forward. And not only that, we also need to look into the programming within ourselves that has been indoctrinated through our parents and their lineage. And what are the negative imprints that has impacted our psyche, our nervous system, and the way we experience money today. When we start working through and clearing layers of these false distortions in these hidden programmings that we've taken on and learnt and witnessed from our parents in the way they treat money and what they've inherited from their parents and their parents and their parents, we become a completely different programming. A programming that is embodied. A programming that comes directly from source and not other energetic interferences of this physical world. And from there forward, we have a clear vision of what that prosperity looks and feels like. To have the clarity, insights, and downloads to move forward into birthing and creating our rich life instead of what society is telling us to do, which is to buy a house, have a family, and stay stuck in corporate for the rest of your life to pay off the mortgage, then retire. Is that really living a rich life? It may be for some people who are heavily influenced and programmed by the money matrix. But if you are someone who knows that you are a sovereign and divine being, but you just need the pathway to get there, to bring yourself back into alignment and recalibration with who you came here to be, what you're here to create, what you are here to experience from a far more rich and abundant place. And it's not by becoming a billionaire. It's by being that embodied living consciousness of source from within and trusting that new frequency that's flowing through to you to show you the way. This is where you have to be. This is who you need to talk to. This is how you need to rewire your nervous system to feel safe with money, to trust money, that it is coming to you in high volumes and high frequencies, that there is a far more easier way to earn money, and how you can redirect your financial resources for this to be leverage, for money to work for you rather than you constantly trying to find ways to make more money. And so, this is why I feel so called to share with you Embodied Prosperity. It is an online workshop that is in the frequencies of the Liongate portal. Now, if you don't know what the Liongate portal is, it is the most potent time once a year where we get access to these light codes of prosperity, good fortune, and abundance in the Stargate system through Sirius. And when we feel and tune into these frequencies, the more we clear within our system, the more in tune we are with these Liongate portal frequencies. And you'd be surprised that throughout the Liongate portal every single day, financial abundance shows up in so many different ways. It doesn't necessarily mean cash. It could be that you've been gifted with free groceries or a gift card or a pay rise, or you found money on the street, whatever it may be, right? And so the more we clear these distorted hidden programmings around money from our childhood traumas, our ancestors, and from the matrix, we've become more in tune with these high frequencies of what source is here to gift you to access your embodied prosperity from within, not from a guru, not from a Kardashian to tell you that you need to work hard like a bitch. No, it's about accessing these resources from within, because this is where the embodiment and alignment comes through. It's not by being influenced by someone outside of you who seems to have it all. We don't know about that. That's just a messaging or programming, should we say. And it's about how can we feel that coherence with money rather than brainwashing our minds with false positivity that we can have it all. It must come from within. And this is what I'm guided to do, is to show you the way for you to access your version of your rich life. I'm not here to tell you what that is. That is definitely not my job at all. That belongs to you and source. And my job is to help you unplug and clear and dissolve these false negative imprints that you have around money from your childhood upbringing, from your parents, from your ancestral lineage, and from the matrix, so you can access and embody this full vision of your money blueprint that is yours and yours only. And so if you like to join me, please click on the link below to learn more, to book your spot. If you can't attend live, you get access to the replay for 1 month to keep working through in clearing up these blockages, to bring yourself more and more and more into alignment with your embodied prosperity. If you would like to attend my upcoming trauma recovery workshops and retreats face-to-face, or to work with me for a half-day or full-day tailored trauma recovery immersion, you're welcome to do so. You can click on the links below to learn more about these containers. You can also join me for my winter solstice ancestral trauma clearing circle to have a taste of my work before diving deeper, if that works better for you. And you will also get access to the replay for 1 month as well. So check that one out. And if you are ready to dive into the deep end, then you can work with me in my 3-month container called Find Yourself and Trust, where you get to transform all aspects of your life and step into who you really are here to become, and how to service the value that you have to offer into the world by being in alignment with yourself. That you are not your trauma, you are not your conditioning, but it doesn't mean you have to bypass those experiences. It's about embodying who you really are from source by dissolving and clearing and collapsing these false traumatic timelines to become more coherent, more clearer in who you really are on a heart and soul level, the light that's in your heart. So, my love, poverty isn't your natural state. Poverty is just a false programming. It is a distortion. It keeps us in slavery, in control of higher false powers that we perceive to be as governance of our life. But when we unlearn poverty, we access who we really are, divine and sovereign beings that have free will, that have a choice, that has a say and still have a say in what we want to do with our life and our sustenance, the way we make it, the way we earn it, the way we invest in it, and how that can support us in birthing this vision of what we're here to do. And it doesn't have to be so big. It can be as simple as being there for your family and providing, nurturing, loving, and positive experiences for you. The vision could be creating a not-for-profit organization that's creating an impact in your local community or global communities. It could be running the business that you have always wanted to run, but there's something there that is holding you back from fully expressing your value in the world. And so if you are ready to take those next steps, please click on the links in the video description for you to say yes to yourself, for you to say yes to the collective, for you to say yes to your highest potential and what God, Source, the universe is here to gift you in this lifetime. We didn't come here to be trapped in trauma and poverty and suffering. We didn't come here just for that. We came here to live our most authentic expression of our rich lives. That's beyond the material. That it is from a spiritual place that transmit into the material. And that is the power of embodied prosperity.